In this twist tutorial, you'll learn how to fold the mixed depth square twist. And this is specifically the mixed depth open square twist. You can see it's like two open squares put together. Now this tutorial is part of the Summer of Twist series, which means that there's already a tutorial out for the open square twist if you'd like to go back and review that one. So let's go ahead and start folding. We're going to fold first without pre-creasing anything, and then I'll show you what the crease pattern looks like from the front and the back, and then we'll talk about another pattern that you can fold to practice this twist in the context of a repeating pattern. So for starters, I've got my 8-fold square grid, so 8 divisions left to right and top to bottom. And I'm going to draw a line horizontally across the center grid line. So there's my center point. And I'm going to then draw a line from one grid spacing left of the center up, and from 2 grid spacings right of the center down. This is going to get a little bit close to the edge, but it works out. Then when I'm drawing my valley folds, this is important. It's different from the other twists in the series. On that grid line that goes all the way through, I'm going to go 2 spaces out to draw my valley. And the grid lines that are offset from each other, I'm going to go only 1 spacing out. So 2 spaces out on that mountain that goes all the way through, and 1 spacing out for the others. Now, when I go to pick up these mountains and valleys, the single grid spacing lines are easiest to fold over, and then those 2 spacing lines are going to need a little bit of extra help in terms of holding from the front and the back. Really, I'm holding all of these from the front and the back, but you'll notice I'm picking this up and then I'm putting it down onto my flat surface, and just by putting it down and pressing down, this pillow shape appears. It's 2x1 rectangle, and I can squash more firmly. And now we have this twist where on the back side we see this 3x0 slit, which is exactly what we outlined with the mountains on the front, except in a different orientation. And we've got single depth plates going off in opposite directions and double depth plates running perpendicular to those single depth plates. So that's why I call this a mixed depth square twist, because we have different distances between the mountain and valley folds of the plates in the different directions. So let's take a look at the crease pattern for this twist. And when you're looking at a crease pattern, you don't see the projections of those mountains into the center of the twist like we use for folding. So those are all erased. And instead, what you'll see are these mountain folds along the edges, like so. So when we're looking at the crease pattern, we have to visualize and project, oh, these mountains are on the same grid line. These mountains are 3 grid spacings apart. And that's how you find your twist in the wild, so to speak. So that is how you fold the mixed depth square twist, or mixed depth open square. This is also precisely 2 open square twists joined on a side. So this trick works with some other twists as well, notably the rhombus. And technically the rhombus itself is a joining of two triangles. So a little bit of extra exploration for you there. And what I want to show you next is the crease pattern on the back side. So here all the valleys have been changed from mountains, and the mountains have been changed into valleys. So our central polygon is in valley folds. And all this means is that we're going to flip the paper over relative to what the rest of the crease pattern has on it in order to fold this twist. And our mountains are coming out on the opposite side of the edge with the parallel valley. And sorry, those are solid lines. And you can see again here that the spacing between the mountains and valleys is different for these different edges, and bit of math here, it's directly proportional to the length of the edge. So this edge is twice as long as this edge, therefore this pleat is twice as wide as this pleat. So we get some math in there too. All right. So if we have everything pre-creased, we can fold this from either side. But if we don't have the pre-creasing already, we want to fold from the side where the central polygon is in mountain folds. And that is all for this tutorial. I encourage you to check out this longer tutorial if you'd like to practice this mixed depth square twist in the context of an origami tessellation, a repeating pattern folded from a single sheet of paper. And if you'd like to learn more about the twist and how to use it, my advanced twist techniques and tessellation garden resources are full of examples of this particular twist. So happy folding, and I'll see you in the next video.